Lend me your ear. I got something you need to hear. Turn the volume up so it's loud and clear. A podcast where we talk about politics and culture, unscripted, no limits. Like a 504 soldier, we're not pretenders, ain't no agendas. Our only plan is to keep it 100 and do it for the fam. Yeah.
What up, what up, what up?
What's going on?
Same old same, can't complain. I'm 6 Mil, keeping it trill.
It's your boy KG.
Welcome to episode 12 of For the Fam podcast.
Dirty Dozen.
What's up with you, bro? How you been? You all right?
Good, man. Can't complain. Woke up late, had a lazy day.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day. Actually, the last couple of days have been beautiful here in Indiana.
It won't be tomorrow.
No, it's Indiana. We knew the nice weather wouldn't last long, but
Shoot, by the time I leave here, the temperature will probably drop 25 degrees.
Facts. That's Indiana. You know, we get a little bit of everything, bro.
Mhm.
So anyway, what's on your mind, bro? What you want to talk about today?
So we're going to talk about a pretty broad topic, many different ways to go with it. So sort of like a pathway to whiteness, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how people of color, not necessarily immigrants, but non-white people in America or people that come here assimilate to white culture to better themselves while in the process demeaning other people that look like them.
Like a fast track to being socially accepted.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. Well, you wanna just jump right into it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into it. All right, so when we talk about a pathway to whiteness, and some may or may not be aware of this, but socially, keep that in mind. Socially, not pigmentation wise. Italians were not considered white until like between the 1940s and the 1970s. Irish were not considered white until the late 19th century or early 20th century. Their path to whiteness, to keep using that term, or the quickest path to whiteness, was to exclude blacks from labor unions and skilled positions or skilled trades. So I guess what we're getting at is the way to be, and I'm not saying it's just politically motivated, but that seems to be a large part of it. But the way to ascend in America up the social ladder is to put down black people.
So I want to stick with Irish immigrants. So they were largely in the same communities as black folks back
Yes.
in those days. And
Yes, absolutely.
what they started to do is they used their numbers to start to gain political power in those communities. And then next they started going, firemen, they became police officers.
Correct.
And started distancing themselves from the black Americans that they once sat on the front stoop
Correct.
and shared the last can of beans or whatever with them. But they started to pull away, started participating in anti-black nonsense, because that's all it was a bunch of nonsense. They were considered non-white, but legally Irish Americans were classified as white in the census.
Right.
While being treated less than.
Right. Which is why I wanted to emphasize social.
Yeah,
but you are absolutely correct in that.
I'm trying not to repeat myself, but it's so funny because I think you and I have had this conversation because it's kind of clicking in my mind a while back about how the Irish Americans and the Italian Americans basically turned their back
on the black
community to start to fit in. And they were criticized not only for being an inferior group of people, they were criticized for being Catholic.
And it is interesting how it hasn't changed that much today. Not so much between Italians and Irish, But now it's your Middle Eastern people who come over here and turn their backs on black people to assimilate, to fit in. And we're thinking about the Vivek Ramaswamis. We're thinking about the Cash Patels, even though he loves the black culture. Think he's a rapper, spells his name with a $sign, but yet everything you do is against black people.
You know what his first name is, right?
It's Kashmir, ain't it?
It's Cash App.
I knew that. You're right. I knew
But,
that.
I mean,
I knew that.
I mean, technically it's pronounced, I think, like Cash App
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
I don't want to butcher the man's name, but I mean, look at the merchandise he sells.
Right.
If that don't tell me that you love to immerse yourself in one culture and then demonize that same culture. Hey man, when I first saw some of the old videos of him like doing interviews and podcast stuff with the beanie and the hoodie, and I'm like,
But you want to parade Chauncey Billups around. I still have not seen any one of these mafiosos picture, but y'all got Chauncey all over the news parading him around to demonize the black man and the black community.
Meanwhile, the credibility of the NBA continues to fall when Chauncey Billups did nothing. Whatever he did
had nothing to do with the league.
Nothing. And even Terry Rozier wasn't fixing games. Terry Rozier checked out with 11 points, with 9 points instead of 11. The game wasn't fixed. He just wasn't in the game anymore.
That's right.
Hey, bet that I'm going to score under 11. I'm going to check myself out at 9 points.
Right.
That's not fixing the game, but yet they're allowing this
narrative
to be pushed that the NBA is somehow rigged and these players, just like they did the black players in the 70s.
Sure.
And the 80s when they accused all of them of being on cocaine.
Right. Some of that's probably true.
but the fact that that's what they did to demonize the league.
Sure.
Players back in the 70s.
And 100. You know, we think back a few years, right? To the whole Ivy League admission scandal and how the Asians came out so hard against the black students. And it's just like, why does everyone need to tread on us to move up or to be accepted? And then the same thing happened to them. Soon as y'all did the dirty work, now look where y'all at. Now y'all want to come back to the black people like, help us out. We in trouble. Knock it off, y'all.
It's so funny to me that when people think of civil rights, they think, oh, that's just for black people.
Right.
What? This benefits
everyone.
All of those who are marginalized. And I think that it's so funny that, because you see what the term Karen came about years ago. Y'all are some of the biggest users of what was, civil rights.
Sure.
Like your man don't treat you, they didn't want you to vote.
For sure.
Wanted you to stay pregnant, stay in the house. They had no respect for you either.
Didn't even want them in the workplace.
So instead of you taking it out on them at home and fighting for your decency and respectability in your home, you went out and took your nonsense out on the black community, or the brown community, or the poor community as a whole.
As a whole, there you go, right there, as a whole. And it's, again, it's just interesting when I'm sorry, y'all, I'm calling names, but when I think of the Marco Rubios, when I think of the Ted Cruzes, these guys are Latinx. How can you watch everything that ICE does, everything that the GOP says and does about your people, and you're cool with it? Let's just be real. We were having a conversation the other day. We were talking about how even some black Africans come over here and they look down on black Americans and consider themselves other or different in order to assimilate, ascend, move up the social ladder. And again, when we say path to whiteness, it's a generalization. But what it really is that social status, that economic status, that we're really saying that's what the path to whiteness is. The way to better your position is to be with them folks, as they say.
So to go back to the affirmative action, the poster child was Michael Wayne. He was that kid who applied to all those Ivy League schools and was rejected. And he has since filed, I think, several lawsuits.
One went all the way to the Supreme Court, right?
Right. Well, he was the one that fought. And of course, he came out later and said he never meant for it to be abolished.
Right.
But the fact that he said that he was being excluded from the Ivy Leagues because Black people were getting consideration. Then affirmative action was overturned due to his cause. And then he didn't get accepted to those same schools that he thought was going to accept him. So you assimilated.
Yep.
You blamed Black people.
Yep.
You're not blaming all those rich kids, Black and white.
The legacy
admission.
There you go.
You're not blaming them, which is who you should be blaming.
Exactly.
You're blaming the people who are fighting to get in.
Right.
As you and I discussed previously with Joy Reid. And Joy Reid said that without affirmative action, they would have never had eyes on her.
Correct.
At Harvard. She
Correct.
said they would have never come to her town.
Correct.
They would have just picked who they picked. But due to affirmative action,
they were forced to.
They were forced to look. And they saw her and realized, well, I mean, obviously, 4 whatever GPA she had, high SAT score. So she was qualified.
Correct.
But affirmative action enabled her to have the resources to apply for Harvard.
Correct.
And without it, she wouldn't have been able to apply.
Right. And this is why the DEI argument, the affirmative action is reverse racism. The reason why that whole talking point falls flat is because of everything you just said. Because without affirmative action, without DEI initiatives, people of color wouldn't even get a chance.
Without it, you leave everything up to the good old boy network.
That's it. And of course, the Nepo babies, the legacy babies, they're going to fill every position.
Yep.
And if by chance you just happen to get in, you're going to be 1 in a million. So no, it's not reverse racism. DEI is not a bad thing. It actually evens a playing field, or kind of, because it's still not level, but it evens a playing field that we wouldn't be allowed to step on to begin with.
Yeah, so instead of just acknowledging that it's the playing field is uneven, it's, this dude got here because of DEI. Yes and no. DEI may have opened the door for him to walk in, but he earned it. Was without DEI, the door would have stayed locked.
Correct.
He would have sat on the other side,
correct,
having the credentials to get in,
correct,
but not allowed to get in.
correct.
So
Correct.
And you're right. That's why listen, at our age, one thing I will not do is argue with fools.
No, sir. Not about this topic.
No. So you can get on social media, you can say whatever you want on TV about how DEI is wrong and it should have been abolished. You know what I'll do? I change the channel.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm not about to argue with you about something that you know nothing about.
Clarence Thomas, the only reason you are a judge, you clown, is because of affirmative action. You are against the very device, the very tool that allowed you to be placed in your position, and here you are voting against it. Talk about pulling the ladder up or closing the door behind you. I almost called him an N-word.
And what's crazy is that there was a book written, and I forget who did it, but on the Right Time podcast with Bomani, he had like a 4-part series where they talked about Clarence Thomas. And there was some investigative, I think it was Slow Burn, Slate, something on Slate that did it. And Clarence Thomas is nothing. like how he portrays himself to be.
Mm.
They talk about how
They called him Clarence X back in the day.
yeah, how he was militant, how he was gung-ho about making sure that people understood that he was going to knock that door down. But then he got in there and completely flipped the script.
Money talks. Money talks, bro. You drink the Kool-Aid, as they say. Drink the Kool-Aid, money talks, you get comfortable. And then on top of that, you start feeling like you're quote unquote special.
Mm-hmm.
The only one. Look at me. I'm the big dog. Nah, you were chosen, bro. You ain't special. You were chosen. And in order to keep your position, you got to do any and everything that they tell your black ass to do, or you be up out of there. And if you don't believe me, ask Tiger. That's a whole different conversation. So,
Old Tiger.
old Tiger. So this is also, so I mean, I'm making a generalization. This is just a question though. It's not an accusation. It's not an indictment, but are you aware that the Tongans, Pacific North Islanders, had like a chapter of the Black Panther movement in New Zealand back in the day?
I believe it.
They 100% did.
Have you ever seen what the Aboriginals look like in New Zealand and Australia?
No, that's my that's my point though. So it's like back then in the 70s, the 60s, 70s, whatever, you recognized that there was a racial disparity. You recognized that you were being treated as second-class citizens. I'm just curious, if they were to come to America, would they consider themselves black? Would you still be my black brothers, or would you be on that not black?
So I can only speak as a lifelong wrestling fan, watching the Anoa'i family.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The answer to your question is yes.
Which way? Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
Because they're all, especially the ones that are wrestling now
Mm-hmm.
and coming from that family, the overwhelming majority of the ones that are front facing, yeah, they are deeply ingrained, especially the ones from the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
They're deeply ingrained in black culture and kind of like the Booyah tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, and that the reason why I brought it up is because I watched Predator Badlands, and the guy that's playing the Predator
Mm-hmm.
is a Pacific North Islander, Tongan background.
Was
And
the movie good?
it's decent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's decent. I liked it.
Yeah.
And when I look at him, I go, man, that's a brother.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, would he go, I'm not black? Sort of like how Tito Trinidad used to piss me off. But always used to say he ain't black. And it's just like, cuz, have you looked in the mirror? Yeah, you are, bro. I'm not black. I'm not black. You are black, bro. And they gonna treat you like you black.
And piggyback off what you just said, it was called the Polynesian Panther Party.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, they definitely had a chapter. But it's funny. I wanted to touch on something that you mentioned earlier. You brought up the census. Do you know, on the census, when you come to this country, if you're from North Africa, you are considered white. That's on the census form. You can be as dark as me. And look, I'm pretty dark, y'all. You can be as dark as me. And if you're from North Africa, you can check that white box. It's a famous lecturer. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry for forgetting his name, y'all. But he had to fight for his blackness when he came here.
That sounds familiar.
He basically, like, because of the census and because of, I think he was a black Egyptian, they were like, no, you're white. And he was like, I'm not white. And his lecture goes into how his colleagues would go, what are you doing? Just accept the whiteness and you'll, get this benefit, that benefit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Leave this fight alone. And he was like, you cannot tell me to leave this fight alone. You want me to live a lie. He was like, I cannot do that. As a black man, I cannot And I'm just like, that's so interesting. And I forgive me, y'all. I will put his name in the notes so everyone can look up his lectures. I can't call his name right now, but I will look that up.
Going off what you said about the census, it's supposed to change, apparently, to allow to be, instead of just being considered white, it's supposed to be either white, Middle Eastern, or North African. I'm using air quotes.
Yes.
Supposed to.
Yes.
And I think if this is the one you took, Mustafa Hefni.
You got a picture of him?
Brother with the fro glasses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's Egyptian.
Yes. Very interesting lecture on this whole topic that we're discussing today.
Yep. I think, this is what you're talking about for sure.
Yes. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Very interesting. So that's our main topic for today, our pathway to whiteness, or, why do others feel like they have to put the Black community down in order to ascend? We can probably follow up on this, but we're going to leave it there for now. And
can I add one more thing?
Yeah, sure.
So this is something near and dear to my heart. If you fall in love with someone.
Oh, man. Thank you. Yeah.
And she's white, he's white, or whatever color. I mean, whatever nationality, whatever. Love that person because you fell in love with them. Marry them because you fell in love with them. Have children with them because you two decided to have children together.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what side of the tracks you come from. If you love them, you love them.
Correct.
Please stop, as a brother, stop dating white women and then saying the reason you date white women is because Black women do X, Y, and Z. That is the quickest way to get punched in the mouth. Like, it drives me nuts. And the same thing with Black women.
Correct.
Well, I date a white man because a Black man did this. No. The idiot that you picked did you dirty.
Correct. It's an individual thing.
Right.
Correct.
All Black men did. Now, if that white man came into your life or a white woman came into your life and you fall in love,
cool.
I'll be at your wedding. I'll sing. I'll be there. I'll raise a toast for you. I love it. But the second that you start, because if I'm your partner and I start hearing you say, well, the reason I date this person or that person is because a Black woman did this or a Black man did that, as your partner, I'm sitting back going, oh, so I'm a revenge? Like, so you don't really love me. So you only came after me because you didn't want to date someone in your race. So did you fall in love with me? Or did you seek me out because I was white?
Almost like a self-hate thing.
No, not almost.
It is a self-hate thing. Okay, I feel you.
Because see, I'm not one to say that just because you date somebody of a different nationality or race that you hate your people.
Yeah.
But when you actively
put us down,
why you're not dating a Black person.
Yeah.
First off, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. You don't have to put us down to justify your choice. No, I feel you.
You got to prove nothing to me.
Yeah. Just stand up on it. This is who I love. That's that. And no, I feel you. I feel that.
Yep.
And you're right. It does happen on both sides. Men do it and women do it.
Oh, yeah.
And you are correct. It 100% needs to stop. 100%. And I think it happens probably more frequently than we want to admit or even recognize, and yeah, I've heard it. You've heard it. Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. Black men ain't this, or sisters don't do this. Sisters don't do that. No, I feel you. I feel you. That's a good point, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right, cool. Let's move into some current events. You want me to start or you want to start? All right. So just this week, I know most of us are aware of the email or the emails that's been dropped in regards to Epstein, Trump, et cetera, et cetera. And the email that most people are familiar with are the emails between Epstein and Maxwell saying, I can do this to Trump, et cetera, et cetera. Well, there is another email that's making the rounds that mass media, mainstream media, they're not talking about. And it's an email between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother, Mark.
Mhm.
And this email is basically saying, does Putin have the tape on Trump blowing Bubba? I'm not going to speculate about who Bubba is. That's irrelevant. What I want to focus on is this. The P tape that they kept saying never existed, it probably exists. Whether it's this tape about Bubba or the P tape or whatever the case may be, the moral of the story is Trump is compromised. Putin has something, whatever it may be, he has something on Trump, and his actions and his behavior towards Putin and Russia proves it. Blaming Ukraine for starting a war that everyone knows they didn't start. Trying to get Putin and Russia accepted into the G7. You are compromised, fella. And I don't like to be a conspiracy theorist. It may not just be Trump. I like to think when they hacked the DNC, they also hacked Republicans. And that's why their whole positions and attitudes have also changed towards Russia. Think about how Reagan them felt about Russia. George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. They would never go to bat for Russia on anything.
Nothing.
And all of these clowns now, they want to turn a blind eye to all of the just vile things that Russia does. And why? Because the pedo in chief says so. And yeah, I said that.
So mine is not something that most people would know. Well, no one would know about unless you work with me. So I work a job that will remain nameless, that we hire contractors. Under me currently, I believe there are 36 contractors. A lot of these contractors are immigrants. They are here working legally because the company that I work for does not hire anyone that does not have any type of legal documentation. So due to some new changes in the law, the IRS came after a handful of people, asking them to submit verification on certain documents, which they have.
Mhm.
So it's not a big deal. They
Mhm.
have the documents. But when I tell you that several of these folks constantly emailing me, texting me, worried to death that they're going to lose their job. So many of these cats are our age, 10 years younger. They've been here most of their lives. They've gone to every immigration hearing. They've done everything that they're supposed to do. But they spend all of their time worried that somebody's going to show up and relieve them of their soon to be citizenship. Because also a lot of these people that work under me are trying to become US citizens, doing things the right way. As you keep hearing people say, well, if you come here, you should do it the right way. I have a slew of people under me that are doing it the right way. And again, I don't want to get too deep with it because, bringing my job and everything in the
Sure.
But I could even tell how uncomfortable the people that we work with, like in the office, sending this information out and having these conversations on conference calls where it's just like, hey, we got to get this done. And then you go read over the IRS regulations and you think to yourself, how the hell is this legal? You have their documentation. They've shown you. We have a system where we input people in that we use every night. It has their documentation that shows that they are authorized to work in this country. But yet the IRS came after them anyway when this dipshit came in office to ask for more what more documentation do you expect them to pull out of their ass?
Let me ask you a quick question on that. Common sense question. If the IRS is coming after them, what does this mean? That they're paying taxes.
Well, here's the thing. They're contractors,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they have to pay taxes, obviously, but it's up to them to file their taxes.
Oh, no, of course.
pay.
Well, yeah, but they're still required to pay a
Oh,
tax.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got where you're going. Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
It started off as, hey, if you don't turn these in by this day, this could happen. And what it was is that we're going to start taxing your checks. Okay. Some of those people depend on that money to send back home.
Yeah.
Then it went from that to, oh yeah, you need to do this or you're done. So what is it? Do you want people to do the right damn thing? Or you just not want them here? I'm going with the latter. You just don't want them here.
Is this state or federal?
It's federal.
Federal. You know why? Well, I'm not going to say is this the sole reason, but only 2 states has turned in like voter rolls and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh, up from, yeah.
Indiana and Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that's like a direct causation, but could be. And yes, you're right. They are weaponizing the IRS, which is vile in itself.
And as a man that has raised a family and has been a father since I was 21 years old, struggled, comfortable. I've done it all. I've been comfortable. I've struggled.
For sure.
I've had issues. I've overcome a lot of issues. To see people literally going to work every night just to do their job, bust their ass and take care of their family.
Right.
You trying to take it away from them for why? For what? Because you think that somebody's stealing your damn jobs. I've tried to hire y'all that keep talking about that.
That part
None
right
of y'all
there.
show up for work.
That part right there.
When I set an interview, y'all asses don't show up.
That part. Doing jobs that no one wants to do.
Right. Y'all don't show up.
Yeah.
They do. And the fact that they have done everything that the United States has asked them to do, to be here and to work legally. And then they still have to give you more documentation. They wouldn't even be in the goddamn country.
Right.
If they didn't have this documentation already. We wouldn't hire them.
Right.
Because the company I work for, they're not going to stick their neck out and mess up their credentials.
There you go. There you go. There you go. You would literally be jeopardizing your business or doing something illegal,
trust me, they are not going to for anybody.
Yeah, you're going to open yourself up to be audited, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm with you. I understand. I understand completely.
When I get them phone calls, man, or them text messages, I get angry. Because I'm like, yo, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Let me make a call. Let me send an email. Make sure that all the necessary. Make sure they got everything, so you can stop worrying.
Right.
And then when I go visit, when I do my rounds at night, pull up, they talking to me. They worry.
Sure.
After I done already told you, no, you good.
Right.
They're still worried.
Right.
Who the hell wants to live like that?
Right.
But you got people out there. Sorry, y'all. You got people out there still arguing this, and you don't even want the damn job that I have to offer.
Right.
But you don't want him or her to have it.
Because of the lie.
I'd rather have the people that work for me now than any of these damn hypocrites working for me.
It's because of the lie. They're sending their rapists, they're drug dealers, they're killers. It's because of the lie. That's all it is. None of this was an issue prior to this clown running for office. None of this was never an issue. No,
not to this level.
Not that part. That part, not to this extent. Yes, illegal immigrant, of course, but all of this targeting them, that's all a recent thing.
How the hell do you go to court? Hey, it's been 6 months. We need to see you in court on this day. All right, I'll be there.
And you got ICE waiting on.
I just did everything you asked me to do.
Right.
Now, if I pull up to the courthouse, see y'all, and then I break out running, hey, Okay, I expect you to chase them down and be like, hey, what you running for?
But at the same time, who can blame them?
Well, yeah, I'm out too.
Yeah, who can blame them at that point?
Because I'm sitting there telling you right now, I'm out too.
Yeah.
Try to pull me over.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Done.
You
Well,
go
just
setting up shop.
You should just comply.
Yeah.
Man,
you setting up shop in Home Depot parking lots and stuff to get contractors
you know
and
what you're
whatnot.
doing. You know what you're doing.
You know exactly what you're doing.
Because it's known that that's where a lot of contractors will hang out to look for work.
But you're supposed to be going after the worst of the worst.
Nah.
The criminals.
That takes too much effort and investigations to do.
Correct. Because the whole thing was a lie from the very jump, the get-go. It was all just a lie.
That shit got me hot.
No, good, bro. Honestly, everyone should be hot. And this doesn't even affect us in that way, but no, everyone should be hot. Where's the humanity? Forget illegal immigration, American, Guatemalan, Venezuelan, forget all of that. Where is the humanity? That's the part where it's like, don't tell me what a good Christian you are. You can say it with your mouth all you want, but your actions are telling me that you don't give a damn about your fellow man.
And some of these folks will be the first ones on the plane going to Cancun, going to their local Mexican restaurant in their community.
All right, it's cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool. What about a work, bro? We gonna leave that there. my man, blood pressure getting up.
Look, and I don't even suffer from high blood pressure. Knock on wood. I've never had to have that. Never had that issue.
Oh man, I love it, bro. I love it. We should be passionate about these things. What about a work, bro? You got a work?
Yeah, but it's not lighthearted.
So what?
I'm gonna keep it. So we talked about it briefly before we started. And I was gonna make it lighthearted because we laughed about it yesterday. That dude driving that Mercedes pissed me off. So
he pissed you off, bro.
It's like, dog, not everybody is retired just cruising doing 30 and a 45. Dude was doing 30 and a 45.
Right.
But I wanted to bring up road rage.
Yes.
So pretty much for the last 10, 11 years of my life, I've spent a lot of time in my car or trucks, just driving trucks, whatever.
As your job, not
Yeah.
living in your
Yeah, no, not living in the car. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
Do. But we have to maintain some level of decorum when you're out on the road. Somebody wants to get in, let them over. That jerk that speeds into the end, I don't know if any of you that live in Indiana understand. What is it called? Zip merging. So that car that's in the right lane, and the sign said lane ends in 2 miles. They're supposed to stay in that right lane and merge when they can. They don't have to worry about what you're doing in your car. But the reason I bring it up is that in Nevada a couple of days ago, there were two people. There was a 22-year-old in one car, and there was a man in another car with his 11-year-old stepson in the back. He started jockeying for position with the guy on the road. Now, keep in mind, the article said that the road was congested. Nobody could go anywhere. And these two are fighting to get in front of one another. Well, the 22-year-old got tired of the guy in the other car, pulled out his gun, shot towards his car. Now, I can only assume that, not that this matters, he was trying not to hurt anybody because he shot towards the back seat, not realizing that there was an 11-year-old on his way to school in the back seat. So he has since been charged with, I think it was like 7 or 8 felonies, something like that. 22 years old, whole life is ruined. Because you wanted to get one car ahead and then sit in traffic.
Right.
So I bring that up to say, mind your damn business, drive your damn car, and quit worrying about what somebody else is doing. And look, I know somebody that I know might hear this and go, that's rich coming from your ass. I'm not like that no more. Because I have seen, especially in Indianapolis, how often We see stuff in the news on
Yeah.
465.
Road rage.
And I drive through that side of town
Yeah.
4 or 5 times a day. I've learned to get in the lane, set the cruise control,
Mm-hmm.
and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Mind your damn business.
Point taken. Very, very, very good. I am going to go lighthearted on this, and I want to talk about nostalgia. As we move into the holiday season, and let me just state for the record, I do not celebrate holidays, any of them. That's a different conversation for a different time. But as we move into the holiday season, a lot of people get nostalgic. On the flip side of that, a lot of people also get depressed. It's also like one of the biggest depression seasons because of loneliness and et cetera, et cetera. But I don't want to talk about that. But as we get into this holiday season and you know, you start having those nostalgic feelings, I think about my teenage years. And you and I both started working as soon as we turned 16. This may not quite
Right across the street from
Yeah,
each other.
for sure. This may not count as nostalgia, but it's a memory. It's something that I miss. When I would come home from work on a Saturday afternoon, shower, I'd grab me something to eat, and I would watch Xena the Warrior Princess and The Legend of Hercules with Kevin Sorbo before he became
Crazy.
a MAGA idiot. But that was just like my Saturday afternoon until the fellas came, you know, once it got dark and the fellas coming, like, let's go get into something. But I miss those days, man. I miss those days where life was simple. Go to work, I come home, and I just find me a good show about absolutely nothing and spend those 2 hours just sitting there watching Xena and Hercules, which they came on back to back on a Saturday afternoon. I miss those days, man.
So there's a page, and I might be messing it up. Something it's about nostalgia. It's on Instagram. And I just stumbled across it one day. Bro, you know, I was laying in the bed one night, like 11 o'clock at night, and it was just showing like different things from the 90s, which we think is the greatest decade ever.
Absolutely. And it is.
Bro, you know, I'm sitting there watching some of this stuff, like wiping, like eyes getting watery. I'm like, man, the good old days.
Yeah.
Like thinking about, especially all the nonsense we got into.
Yeah. I mean, it was just so simple. And I mean, cause you know, the parties, the basement parties were always on Friday nights,
which we had a crap ton of.
Right. So Saturday night was always like you needed to find something to get into. So, like I said, until the homies came in, though, once it got dark, the homies come pick you up, and you're like, okay, let's go find something to get into. But for those couple hours, it was just cool to just sit there and chill and think about nothing and just
not a care in the world.
Not a care in the world, and everything is all right.
Yep.
The 90s, the good old days. But anyway, y'all, that's my rart. I don't want to look, you know, make me tear up. I definitely don't want to do that, especially on this podcast. So we're going to go into 5 on the black hand side. And we're going to talk about a love story today. We're going to talk about love and basketball. Take it away, my brother.
All right. So love and basketball, which I have seen probably, no joke, 30 plus times. Came out in 2000. Follows the lives of Monica Wright and Quincy McCall, 2 kids who grew up next door to each other in LA and share one major passion, and that's basketball. From childhood to adulthood, their friendship evolved into love as they chase their dreams of playing professionally. Monica is fiercely competitive and dreams of joining the WNBA, while Quincy is a natural talent, expected to follow in his NBA father's footsteps. As they grow older, their careers began pulling them apart, bringing tension, heartbreak, and hard choices. At its core, love and basketball is a story about 2 people learning what they mean to each other while fighting to become who they want to be on and off the court. And the director is Gina Prince
There it is.
Bythewood.
Yes. There it is.
It's funny because you said you couldn't remember. As soon as I saw her name, I was like, oh, yeah. Her face immediately popped into my head.
Yep.
So this movie for me, the first time I saw it, oh, cool. Until my ex-wife watched it. My ex-wife, your former neighbor,
Yes.
who watched it consistently. Like, she loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still does.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't talked to her about it. But I enjoyed the movie overall. I still think it is a good movie, contrary to what I said before we started. I do think it was a good movie. However, you and I both think that they should have chose someone else other than Omar Epps.
Correct.
For this role. Dude, I don't want to jump ahead, so I'm gonna let you.
Because you summed it up perfectly. And the only issue I have with the movie, right? I think Sanaa was great. I think their chemistry between the two of them was actually great. I love how he wanted to be like his pops. His pops was his hero all while he was growing up. And then as he got older, he realized that Pops was kind of on some bullshit and Pops mistreated his mom. So I dug all of those stories and those dynamics, and even her with her mom being the traditional housewife. And she was like, that's not the path for me, even though her mom like, find you a nice man, get you a career, get married, have some kids. And she like, no, that's not the path for me. So I dug all of those like conflicts they had with their parents and choosing the traditional paths. The only issue I had with the movie, not that Omar Epps is a bad actor.
No, he's a good actor.
I just couldn't believe that he's this phenom. And I've always thought this movie would have been better if that was Kobe playing that role. You know, or at least an NBA player where it can, his basketball scenes just didn't look believable to me.
Where Sanaa
trained with
it, just every part of the movie she was in with, as far as training goes, it looked believable.
Right. And she did train with real professional athletes for the role. I don't know if he did or didn't, but I just couldn't buy him as the ultra talented high school player that's making the league straight. Or did he play 1 year college ball or he went straight?
I think so.
Yeah, that's right.
USC.
1 year USC. That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And then went to the league. Yeah. That was my only gripe, is I just didn't like him in that role.
So I'm gonna expand on him particularly. So both of you are dynamic athletes fighting for the same goal, and that's to become professionals.
Well, remember, there was no WNBA when she finished school.
Right. Just trying to get there. He acted like he had no idea what it took to become what they were both striving to become. So they get to college, all of a sudden, first off, he broke up with her because she wouldn't break curfew.
Right.
You wouldn't break curfew either.
Right.
Because you understand the consequences of breaking curfew. He expected her to be emotionally available.
Right.
All of the time.
Right. Support me. Yeah.
Another issue I have, and you and I have had this conversation in the past. Can we just have a normal black family?
I feel you.
Why the daddy got to be? Yeah, I understand he was in the NBA. I get that.
Right.
Why he got to be out there wilding and cheating on his wife?
Right. No, I feel you.
Why is your relationship with him troubled?
Right. No, I feel you.
Dude, I'm 50. I have never had an argument with my father. My father has never heard what my voice sounds like above the decibels I'm speaking right now.
Right.
My mother's only heard that once, and that was something that happened down here when my nephew graduated.
Yeah.
Where I had to step in and raise my voice on something.
Yeah.
For her. But every movie we turn on,
it's some type of chaos, some type of conflict. No, I feel that.
Like you and I always talk about Tariq and power.
Oh my God.
in the dynamic relation, the relationship he had with Ghost and Tasha. Like, man, if you don't shut your ass up,
You spoiled rich brat that got everything handed to you.
it doesn't always have to be conflict.
Yeah.
The only time you see families, black or white for that matter, where something crazy isn't happening is when it's a comedy.
Right.
But any movie that has any serious parts in it, it always seems like the kid is always jacked up in some sort of way.
Right.
I'll give you an example, and this is completely different movie. Traffic. Michael Douglas is the drug czar. And your daughter is sleeping around in the hood,
Smoking
and shooting up heroin.
Right.
We had to go that extreme.
Right. No, I feel you.
He in the hood knocking on doors,
Right.
guns pulled on him.
Right.
Dude, you the drug czar.
Right.
Make a phone call.
That part.
Knock this whole damn building down.
That part.
I'm
right
going
there.
to get my baby girl.
Right there. Not to say, for those listening, we understand that there are beefs within family.
Absolutely.
We understand that. What we're saying is, do we need it to be promoted or perpetuated in every movie?
Yeah, Tyler Perry.
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth, bro. I was just about to say how Tyler Perry just perpetuates the evil black man myth. And it's just like, bro, would you knock it off, please? Like, find something else to write about. It's always the brother is doing some woman just terribly wrong to the point where it's unbelievable.
Like, terribly wrong.
Yeah. Gosh, we done got so far off of Love and Basketball, but I gotta say this. Richard T. Jones making Jill Scott drive across the country in a snowstorm while he's on the plane with his mistress and all of their friends. I'm like, man, knock it off. Nobody would do that dumb shit.
So
the woman or the man wouldn't stand for it.
So our circle, there's 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
My ex-wife was your neighbor. Like, literally grew up right across the street.
Correct.
60 feet away.
Correct.
She's my ex-wife now. If I did that to her now, I would be terrified that
what are you doing?
That y'all gonna be like, hey, dog.
What you doing?
We about to fight.
Yeah, you out of pocket.
You out of pocket. You're not about to do this to her.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll pay for her damn ticket if that's the case. But understand that when we get to where we're going, you and I fight. I would expect that. None of these rich black folks.
Right. It's crazy.
Said a word.
Crazy. So to get back to our movie Love and Basketball. So Quincy, against his father's wishes, decides to enter the NBA draft, tears up his knee, basically has a career-ending injury. Done. Career's over. Ends up right back at his parents' house. Monica, did she go play overseas?
Honestly, I can't remember. Like
I think she tried to play overseas, but then she ended up coming home and getting an office job, and she was terribly unhappy. And she's trying to get with him because he's dating Tyra Banks, and she's trying to get with him. He don't want to hear it. So the culminating scene is they play a one-on-one.
I'll play you for it.
I'll play you for your heart. Yes, it's corny. Yes, it's cheesy, but I get it. I like it. Spoiler alert. No, I'm not even going to spoil it.
No, if you ain't seen it by now, you deserve to get spoiled. I can't believe I just said it. I can't even get the words out right. What the hell am I trying to say?
Basically, you're telling me to spoil it. So they end up playing the one-on-one. And she loses. So the relationship is supposed to be over at that point. End of the movie, there is no happy ending. But it doesn't end there.
Nope.
they do end up getting together, and she becomes the star professional athlete
for the Sparks.
and he's sitting in the crowd being the cheerleader supporting her. So that's sort of the twist in the whole thing, is that he was supposed to be the star player, the professional athlete, and it ends up being her when it's all said and done. But they do end up getting together and they have their happy ending.
Mhm.
So that's Love and Basketball.
Oh,
Yes,
they had a daughter too.
and
right?
they had the kid. That is correct. So we just spoiled the ending, but again, like I said, this is an old movie.
Yeah, 25 years old to be exact.
Yeah. I mean, you can still watch it and enjoy it. And I mean, like a quick Google search, you would have known how it ended anyway. So,
Mhm.
so there's that. You want to get this? How many high fives on the black hand side?
What's the maximum? We get 5.
Pick one.
We go 3.
You want to go 3?
Yeah, and that's only because I had to watch it 30 times.
All right. I'm gonna give it a 4. I like this movie. Like I said, my only gripe was Omar Epps. I just felt like how Spike Lee put Ray Allen in. Gosh, why I can't think of the name of the movie.
He got game.
He got game. Thank you. How Spike Lee put Ray Allen in. He got game. Yes, his acting wasn't on par, but at least we knew that he could hoop.
Yeah, all that was legit because
Yeah.
for those that don't know, Ray Allen was way more than just a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Like a ball.
Yeah, so I just felt like had they put an actual NBA, if not even an NBA, like a former college, like D1 player in that role, it would have been more believable. So there's that. Loving Basketball. Like I said, I enjoyed the movie. I just think Omar Epps was cast wrong. And we're gonna leave it right there. So now it's time for the closing monologue. Take it away, my brother.
All right, so I know I mentioned family earlier, and admittedly, I had to use some some internet. What am I looking for? Had a little help, not with the words, but just putting it in order, because this topic it can make people emotional when you refer to family. So here we go. So family is often considered the foundation of our lives. We got our parents, our children, aunts, uncles, grandparents. They are the reason, and they are the people that shape us and give us all the support and love that we have. Staying connected to the people who truly care about us is important. Those bonds carry us through life. But we also have to be real. Being related to someone does not give them a free pass to bring chaos or negativity into your life. Some family members have to be loved from a distance, and that includes parents if their presence becomes toxic. Protecting your peace is still protecting your future. And here's the beautiful thing. Family isn't only about blood. Sometimes the people who stand beside you, who show up for you, who uplift you, become your true family. Friends can turn into brothers and sisters in every way that matters. My co-host is not my best friend, he's my brother. That's what genuine love and loyalty can build. In the end, family is defined by support, respect, and connection, no matter who it comes from.
Thank you, my brother.
No problem.
All right, y'all. We're going to leave it there for now. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12 of For the Fam podcast. Again, give us a like, give us a share, leave a comment. Let's squad up in these comments. Come on, y'all. Work with us now. Not against us.
We're not jerks. We won't attack you if you have like seriously, like it's if you got something to say, hey, I disagree with y'all on this. Like we welcome it.
Absolutely. We are all about a healthy discussion and a healthy debate, as long as it's a good faith debate. You know, we're not going to argue with knuckleheads about knucklehead things. But yeah, y'all, give us a like, give us a share, leave a comment. You know, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your mama's mama. No, I'll leave that in.
Hey, great grandmama might want to listen to it.
just tell Pookie and them
Right on.
to go ahead and tune in to For the Fam podcast, because we do this for the fam, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just two brothers out here talking about stuff that relates to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Go through, you'll find something in one of our episodes that you can relate to. And that's why we do it. We just trying to have real, relatable discussions. So give us a like, give us a share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Y'all know what to do. You can find us anywhere that you get your favorite podcast. We're there, y'all, on all the platforms. Just For the Fam. Not even hard. Not hard to search for us, not hard to look us up. All right. Like I said last time, we are going to get active with those socials. We just get busy. We got life. We got life ahead of us. I mean, I'm sorry. So, but eventually we will get there. So anything you want to add, brother?
Nah, you covered it.
All right, cool. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.